Is this you, peering out the window, afraid that the next knock on your door is going to be more debt? Do you always dream of that family vacation and just don't know how you're going to get there? Well, stay tuned to today's How Do I, because we will teach you the steps to being financially successful.
Welcome to How Do I, a program that teaches you everyday skills. Today we are going to talk about money. Yes, the five-letter word that makes you either cringe or smile. Don't worry, we'll teach you how to achieve your financial success. Grab a pen and a paper and learn the key step, living within our means.
Increasingly easier since plastic made its way mainstream. However, our economy is taking the toll. Debt increases as our net income stays the same, leaving us to feel financially insecure. In order to maintain financial security, we must break down the key to success, learning to live within our means. Simple terms: do not spend what you do not have. In finance, we assign percentages to budget categories. This simply ensures we are not living outside of our daily income. The following is a list of percentages. Simply multiply your net income by the percentage. This will equal the amount you should be spending in that particular category. These are the most common categories for budget, with respective breakdowns. Charity, 10%. Savings, 10 to 15%. Housing, 25 to 35%. Utilities, 5 to 10%. Food, 5 to 15%. Clothing, children, pets, extras, 2 to 7%. Transportation, 10 to 15%. Health, 5 to 10%. Insurance, 10 to 25%. Personal, 5 to 10%. Entertainment, 5 to 10%. And debts, 5 to 10%. Though keep in mind, our debt goal is to be 0%.
Easy, right? No? I know it can be tough, but if you try to strive to be wealthy, you must learn from the wealthy and live within your means. Next, we're going to create our debt snowball. All you'll need is a pen, paper, and your bills.
Let's get started. Debt is strictly an amount that you have borrowed and you must repay. Do not confuse this with bills. For our debt snowball, we will create a list of all of our creditors, excluding home mortgages. This means that credit cards, student loans, car loans, and personal loans will all go here. List your debt from smallest to highest. Once you have completed your list, take a good look because this will be the last time you see it.
Way to go! You've now created your debt snowball. The next portion is the hardest part, creating your budget and filling it out. What you'll need is a pen, paper, or computer, and your partner if your financial success relies on someone else.
Next part is filling out your budget. Simply find a budget that works for you. Excel offers plenty of pre-made budgets online. Just go to Google, type in household budget forms, and find a spreadsheet that works for you. Once your spreadsheet has been downloaded into Excel, take a look at all of the categories. Make sure to customize them to your exact needs. Once you are happy with all of the categories in your budget, go ahead and start filling in the categories. Make sure to make reference to your bills. This way you know exactly how much you are budgeting and how much the bill actually is. Make sure to include a debt section. This will be referenced to your debt snowball. Include all of those debt creditors in that snowball in the debt section and make sure to fill in the minimum and budgeted amounts. This way you know exactly how much is going to each creditor. Remember to always include a savings account. Emergencies can happen.
Great job. You've now completed the portion of your budget, but we aren't done here yet. Our next step is called the zero effect. Make sure you have your debt snowball sheet handy. You'll need it for reference.
What is the zero effect? It simply means that your total income minus your total debts will equal a balance of zero. On our budget, you will find this under the monthly budget totals. In our example, you will notice the amount of $25 is left over. This means that we must allocate this $25 in order to equal a zero balance. Grab your debt snowball sheet. What is listed as number 1? This is the creditor that you will be paying off first. Take the remainder, $25, and add it to that creditor. In our example, Kohl's was listed as number 1 on our debt snowball sheet. Currently, we only owe $25, but we will take the remainder $25 from our monthly budget total, and we will owe them $50. This is what the debt snowball is. Simply compounding leftover money to pay off our first creditor. Once our first creditor is paid off, we will take that money plus leftover and we will add it to our second creditor. This creates the snowball effect. You will do this throughout your budget until you have paid off all of your creditors. Remember that this is the key to the program, and this is what you must do to be financially successful.
Well done. Now that you've equaled zero, we have one more step with the budget. This is called the envelope system. This step is equally as important as the rest and very simple.
Great, let's move on to the envelope system. It is really simple. It's just the added cushion to ensure that you stay on track. What you'll need to do is simple. Withdraw the money and stash it into an envelope for that specific category. I know what you're thinking. Why do I have to do this when I can just use my debit card? And it's really simple. Studies shows that consumers spend anywhere from 12 to 18% more when using plastic. Cash will force you to think about your purchases more, leading you to less impulsive shopping.
Congratulations, you have now completed your plan to financial success. We hope you enjoyed today's edition of How Do I? Now go and plan your vacation because you are well on your way to financial success.